When was the last time you looked at your brand and asked if it reflects who you are today? Most of the time, we don't understand the slow drift that happens over time with our brand. Old projects, outdated marketing strategies, old collaborators that don't fit your brand or your values anymore, or a messaging that was relevant several years ago, but it just doesn't serve the people out there anymore. On the surface level, it seems like everything is doing good. You're slowly growing, you're getting more clients, making more money. But underneath, these misaligned pieces are diluting their values and confusing their audience. And that's what I call brand cleansing. Just like cleansing your soul, cleansing your body and mind, you also need to cleanse your brand. Brand cleansing is as important as anything else you're doing to make sure you are aligned with the values you are growing your business with. And cleansing doesn't come every several years. It should become a daily exercise as you're going through everything that relates to your brand. Brand cleansing has not much to do with redesigning your logo, change the aesthetic of your social media, redesigning your website. It's more about stripping away the things that no longer serves your audience, no longer solves the problem that it used to solve several years ago or even last year. It's about stripping away everything that no longer serves your identity and your positioning. It no longer serves the audience or the customers or the people that worked with you and you helped them solve a problem several years ago. It does not mean that the notion of those problems remain the same. So as those problems evolve and turn themselves into something new, you also need to get to understand those as you go, which means that when you cleanse your brand, when you reevaluate where you are with everything, that also helps you find a better approach to the problems you used to solve that is not solvable anymore and it needs a newer approach. Because as we pointed out to the previous videos, you want to make sure your values stay clear, your identity stays sharp, and your positioning remains the same as it used to be. And everything truly represents who you are. This channel breaks personal branding into 5 connected pillars. In the last video, pillar number 4, we talked about marketing, projecting your value, your identity, and your positioning into the world. This video is pillar number 5, brand cleansing. It's about closing the loop, removing the misaligned values, and preparing your brand to grow stronger and more sustainable. My name is Shahruz. I'm a film producer. I help creators, filmmakers, and independent artists to make decisions early before misalignments cost them real time, money, and opportunity. Over the years, I kept seeing the same pattern. Talent and effort alone are not enough. Without a clean, aligned brand, all the work you do risks being lost in the noise. Brand cleansing is how you prevent that. A cleansed brand should feel sharp, intentional, and honest. Instead of pushing harder for attention or cloud chasing, which by the way, I'm extremely against of, and I can later on create content around cloud chasing to be one of the most dangerous things you could ever possibly do to your brand. When you're intentional, honest, and clear with what you do, the right doors open up and the people immediately recognize who you are, what you do. And if you're clear about your brand, they easily understand if you are a right fit for them or not. I'll tell you why this actually matters. Here's a real cost of skipping brand cleansing. You keep taking on projects that don't fit your core value. Your marketing and positioning stop working the way they used to. Your audience gets confused, or worse, disengaged. For filmmakers and artists, this could get very dangerous fast. And as many of you guys know, films, creating art, is speculative, which means that you could be making amazing work for your lifetime and nothing could happen. You may not get the monetary or sustainable return you're looking to get, no matter how much great work you put out there. So the projects you used to do that seemed like it worked, the collaborations you did that served the purpose several years ago, they stay online. They shape the perception of the people that are trying to get to know you. And when they do see those things, they don't see that growth arc that we all need to go through in order to sustain our brand. Programmers, collaborators, potential partners don't see the growth arc. They see a mixed signal. I cannot emphasize enough how this goes against clarity and the right position based on the clarity that you always want to cleanse through. Brand cleansing ensures that every visible thing from you reinforces the same story. Your value, your identity, your positioning, all working together. It's how you protect the time, money, and energy you invest to build that. Neglecting that will quietly build a momentum against you. And that's just something, oh my God, avoid that at all costs. Here's potentially a practical framework that could help you with brand cleansing. Audit your brand honestly. Look at your visual projects, messaging, collaborations, platforms. Ask, does this reflect who I am now or who I used to be? Remove or archive what no longer serves you. Not everything needs to be deleted, but not everything deserves to stay visible. Stop promoting work that dilutes your identity or confuses your positioning. Reinforce your core value and positioning. Every touch point should reflect pillars 1 through 3. If it doesn't strengthen them, it weakens them. Rebuild around clarity, update visuals, storytelling, and content so they align with your current direction, audience, and goals. Drop one element of your brand in the comment section that you think needs cleansing. I'll respond to the ones that show real awareness. It's a diagnostic way to find what you're doing is on the right track. There's much more to brand cleansing or any other pillars that I covered. My intention was to make it basic enough for us to get a full systematic scope of what it takes to establish a value, find the right place for it in the market, or basically knowing that whatever voice you have, there's a demand for it out there. You just need to learn how to build that demand. Because again, we're not here to talk about making money. If you want to make money, this isn't the right channel for you. Yes, this channel will definitely help you with clarity, even on the monetary aspect of building a personal brand. But the focus is not to make money, because that would slightly or maybe drastically shift this, maybe like follow where the demand is or follow where the gap is. And then sort of going back to the past few steps prior to that, which is establishing a value, finding the right identity that serves that gap. But this channel is all about artists. It's about being honest. It's about being authentic. It's about thinking about every single step you take as a long-term return, whereas something that could quickly give you a small return that satisfies you, but on a longer run, it's going to hurt you. These are the things we're trying to avoid. So going back to closing this loop of 5 pillars that help you build a better personal brand on a full circle. Pillar 1, value. Are you still solving the right problem? Pillar 2, identity. Does your brand reflect who you are today? Pillar 3, positioning. Are the right people seeing your work? Pillar 4, marketing. Are you earning attention instead of forcing it? Pillar 5, the last one, cleansing. Remove what's misaligned and reset the system. Again, this isn't a one-time process. It's a loop. It could be an exercise that turns itself on a smaller scale as a daily practice or exercise. It could turn itself into something a little longer as a weekly, monthly, annually, and lifetime. These should help you pull clarity towards yourself, avoid confusions, burnout, or irrelevance. If you made it through all 5 pillars, you should know by now that this channel is not about trends, aesthetic, or hacks. And funny enough, a lot of the times the stuff that I'm going to be sharing here goes against things like trends, aesthetic, or hacks. Again, it's about clarity. It's about knowing how clarity is going to help you avoid wasting your money, your time, and energy towards something that you're planning to sustain. It's about having enough clarity, making decisions early on before mistakes start to cost you real money, opportunity, and also challenges your momentum. Because again, momentum is one of the most crucial things that compounds over time. It does not happen overnight. Sometimes it could take several years, knowing that you repeat this loop as you're trying to build the momentum enough to reaches you to the point that you worked so hard to get to. So if you think that your work is strong enough, but something isn't quite there yet, that maybe has to do with any of the things that I covered in this series, please reach out to me. I'm offering a free 30 minutes diagnostic call that would help you make things a little clearer. You don't need to prep for this call. It would be my job to ask you the right questions to first identify where the misalignment is coming from and what would actually help you move closer to your goals. The link is in the description. This completes the 5-pillar series: establishing value, brand identity, brand positioning, brand marketing, brand cleansing. Go through them again when things feel unclear. That's what they're built for. If you've made it this far, I genuinely appreciate you. If this helped, save the channel and come back whenever things feel off. And thank you for watching.